The girlies of IVE have come out with a full album, and I can't believe I'm saying that. They are the definition of monster rookies. And they have come back with my favorite title track from them. I have actually been very open about the fact that this song has made me cry multiple times.
I have self-esteem issues, leave me alone.
But besides being a hardcore dive that will take a bullet for them, I am also sadly an objective thinker. I wish I could gaslight myself into a perfect world, but I have a Capricorn moon.
Oh. Well, you have a blessed night.
I have long hung up my dancing shoes, but I'm still a judgy bitch. So let's get into IVE's I Am Choreography. Okay, so the choreographers that worked on this dance routine are Shimes from La Chica, Che Da-song from Free Mind, and Young Dok from Ote. I'm sorry for the pronunciation of that whole sentence. Okay, first of all, I like the intro. This is actually from Free Mind, and it's only a little bit tweaked, but that's the thing. They took out the best part. The ladies here, with their big brain energy, are for sure referencing the airplane sound, the engine sound in the beginning of the song. So you have the cockpit, the wings, and the stabilizer. But the final version completely ignores that. Another thing here, I love the difference. Free Mind is following the melody while La Chica follows the beat in the beginning. The final version leaves a beat for Wonyoung to perform. I get the Wonyoung performing thing if you're only performing this on video with a close-up. It's just that on stage or in a fixed camera like this, it looks extremely empty.
Okay, let me just say that Ray's gonna get a pass.
We don't know if she was already in pain when she filmed this. She probably was, because she went on hiatus immediately after the title track dropped.
She is dancing the way she can, and we thank her for that.
But it is true that the dynamic of that step is completely lost, and I'm only bringing it up because it's gonna be a recurring theme. I am one of those people that believes in Eugene's supremacy.
She could cut my throat, and I would apologize for bleeding her shirt.
That's the type of relationship we have. These steps, those consecutive dance moves, are perfect for her. Both the timing and the broken bones dance are a bit harder than the steps we've seen so far, and she does them justice, which is important because they could look really silly coming from someone who doesn't have her level of confidence. I don't want to say this just in case this ruins my chances of
ever going out on a date with Gao.
Girl, you're a joke.
But she suffers from a huge disease. It's actually much more common than you think. It's lifeless arms. I can get past lifeless arms if they're performing live. Why put all your energy into defining this one dance move when you have these super high notes to concentrate on? But they appear in the music video, in the studio tune performance, in this dance practice. There's just no power behind her movements, and it's not bad. But when you see a professional dancer like Gabi, here you can clearly see how the movements are much more defined, and that little almost whip she does with her wrist is so satisfying to see every time. Which brings me to Lizzo.
Holy shit.
I didn't know she had this in her. Both her arms and her fingers are firm, are powerful. She even finishes the arm movements. That's maybe something not as talked about when people talk about dancing, but a movement is a journey, right? And sometimes our lazy bodies want to cut that short, but she goes all the way down to her back. And if you're trying to learn this choreography, that's the type of detail that you want to pay attention to because it truly elevates your performance. Now, with the song that has such an impactful chorus, you want a choreography that reflects its intensity. They went with La Chica's chorus, and to me, it was the obvious choice. Not that the other studios did a bad job or anything. I love Free Mind's proposal. The only thing I don't like is the killing point. If you think about it, both of these studios almost had like the same approach with the hands up concept, but with La Chica, the placement of the arm is much more powerful, which again, I think it serves the song, which is something that a choreography should always do. If you look at the Free Mind choreo, the song almost sounds softer in that part because that's what they are telling you with their movements. My biggest pet peeve. Again, if they are singing, moving their abdomen a lot wouldn't, not that it wouldn't make sense, it just wouldn't be fair. But in La Chica's demo, you can clearly see that their hips are also involved in the movement, and by doing that, the dance move looks a lot more impactful. And the girls changed the hips for the head, which is also for impact, but now the arms look a little bit blender. I honestly think that the only one that made that arm move justice was Eugene. Without any kind of power, just raising your arm like this, it just makes no sense. And La Chica's demo makes it look like they're taking attendance. Like the teacher is like, main slayer, and they're like,
Here.
and I feel like that gets lost in translation here. You saw that? If you were paying attention, you saw that. Lizzo not only extending her leg in full, but also finishing the movement. Wonyoung also does it, but Lizzo bends her knee, which allows her to combine the leg coming in and her body going up at the same time. I can't believe I never noticed Lizzo's dancing before. That is my bad, and I'm sorry, my child. I haven't talked about Liz, and it's because she's doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Please get behind me.
Something that bothers me here very much is raised hands. They look so awkward there, and they're also restricting her movements. In the Free Mind demo, her arms are supposed to like naturally follow the movement initiated by the shoulder. Let me see if I can explain it. So if you start your movement with your shoulder, you let your hand do whatever she wants, right? But because her hand has to be placed on her waist, she has to do this. I don't know why they changed it. They shouldn't have. I think this is a good time to talk about Wonyoung. I've talked about in my other channel about how not standing out is actually a skill in and of itself, and I think Wonyoung is the perfect example of someone who cannot blend in. And I say that just to make my point about blending in being a skill, not as an attack on Wonyoung, because I love it.
I'm sorry, I want to be entertained.
And Wonyoung, in this comeback, she has been my favorite member to look at. It is not only the fact that she's so good at performing, it's also the fact that she gives 100% in every performance. And she was always a great performer, but I don't know why she stood out to me so much this comeback. That is so satisfying. Ode really popped off with that one. Not a fan of floor work though. I once had to dance on an old wooden floor
that had nails sticking out.
So choreographers, please bear surfaces in mind.
Like, she is everything. She is the moment.
I love this formation, like a rhombus frame, and this came from Freemind, and from what I've seen from the rest of their demo, they went literal with their shapes, which is always a fun thing to do. But it got me thinking, what shape are they supposed to be representing here? At first I thought it was a clock, but why a rhombus? So I looked up the translation, and one note says, "Even if I get lost on a dark night." So could this be a compass? Food for thought. Watch this literally mean nothing. Jumping into place. That's not from any demo. They just did that, and I love it. I don't know if it's just her pant choice, those baggy pants, but I'm tempted to say that my girl Liz is the only one given that step the oomph it deserves. If you take anything from this video, is that my girl Liz cannot miss. Like, I'm sorry, are you seeing this? Like, she is dancing, she is performing. I love to see it, I really do. I feel like we haven't seen Eugene dance the way I know she can dance. Where is that mix max with the serve? Where is that special performance that I need?
Studio tune. Look at the material.
Look at the material.
You should be going home
You
anyway.
can be the judge of it.
See, it's not the pants. She understood the assignment. Big round of applause for my girl Liz.
They will never know what they mean to me.
Like I've said, this is my favorite comeback from them. And to be able to say that after all of their title tracks, they just cannot miss. The worst part is that none of my friends stand IVE. They listen to their music, but they don't understand them like I do. So I can't nerd out about this comeback with anybody. So I guess my thoughts are now on the internet. For everyone to critique. That sounds terrible, actually. I don't know why I'm doing this.